You gotta get that twitch in the eye. Boom! What's going on, everyone? Very excited for today. Very excited that you're here. I am very, very, very pumped about today's training. This week is my favorite week. I love offer creation. I love creation of the product. I love the funnels. But I have never felt so much momentum in my personal life and so much momentum in my business as what you guys are gonna learn this week. Okay, this is all about the attractive character. This is all about you becoming a followable person on the internet. That's all we're talking about. Okay, and so what we're doing is we're going to go in and I want to teach you guys a little bit about how to go in and become that attractive character and what to expect along the way. Is that cool? If you guys have watched the training yet that Russell put out, if you guys noticed in that training, he talked about my mentality towards publishing for quite a while. Okay. And remember, I was going to Funnel Hacking Live. I did not have money to get there, right? I didn't have money to get there. So like I said before, I bootstrapped my way there. And I bootstrapped my way there. And when I got there, I didn't, what little money we had, I did not want to spend. I didn't want to spend that kind of money on like, you know, a taxi. So I rented one of those little city bikes, one of those little street bikes, right? And it was just like a couple bucks. So I literally slung my luggage over my shoulder. It's in San Diego, and I just biked through San Diego all the way around the outside of the bay towards where Funnel Hacking Live was. And just as he mentioned, as I was biking up, I remember the distinct thought. Okay, the distinct thought. He started saying things like, "You got to publish." A little bit before that, but I was like, "There's no way. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to be one of those guys." And I remember biking up and having that same thought. I was like, "I will do whatever this man tells me to do." Right? I will do whatever he says to do. I've worked so freaking hard, right? There's no way, there's no chance I am not going to publish. I don't want to be a podcaster. I don't want to go create that kind of thing. I don't want to be a talking head. What the heck do I say every single episode? Are people even going to listen to me? I don't even have a following, right? All the things I know that I hear you guys say, I was going through those exact same things. And I was biking up. And I had a feeling he was going to say it, and he was going to talk about that. I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. There's no way I'm going to become one of those guys, right? Exactly. Obstacles the way, 100%. And so what's interesting is I was biking up, and I was like, I'm going to do whatever he says, but I will not publish. That was my immediate thought, right? And I get in, and it's the first day, and he's standing there, and his very first presentation, he's standing up, and he goes, "All of you need to publish a lot." And I was like, oh, crap. No, I won't. Right? I was like, there's no way. And I'm not gonna do that. I'll do everything else that he says though. And literally a week later, from a crazy chain of events, I was sitting next to him and working with him, right? And he's sitting there, and he practices what he preaches. Okay, so he's sitting there, and I'm sitting that far away from him, right? We sat back to back. This is in the first office, before we actually switched out. Anyway, we went and. My monitors, right? I had these two massive monitors, one on this side, one on this side. What was funny is like his face would always reflect over in the left one. So we sat back to back, but then he had three monitors on the other side. So if I was trying to make eye contact with him the whole time because I could see it straight into his face off of that because it bounced off in the mirror. Anyway, and what's funny is that he was sitting there and he would do things like this. He'd pull his phone up. Right, he'd pull his phone up, he'd be like, get on Facebook Live, be like, "What's going on, everyone? It's Russell Brunson." I was like, all right, I've always known that he was really high energy, but yeah, okay, that was a lot of energy, okay. Then he'd get over on his podcast, and he'd be like, "What's going on, everybody?" Right, and then he'd get over on his blog, "What's going on, everyone? It's Russell." And what was funny about that is my beliefs about what publishing was and what it allowed somebody to do and not do started shifting. Okay, they started changing, and I started realizing like there's something to this game. I gotta go play this game. Why is the publishing thing such a big deal? And people who follow me who know that, like, I shove that down people's throats all the time now. It's like, look, you have got to publish. If you are not publishing and you are trying to play the internet game, you are kidding yourself, or you have massive pockets for ads. Okay, and what's cool is that like it'll shortcut a lot of stuff for you. Just as Russell is teaching, okay? It is all about you going in and learning what jokes hit and which ones don't, okay? So I go and I start launching my podcast, okay? And the script that I used is actually what we're going to go through tomorrow. So don't worry about, what am I going to say? That is no longer a valid reason for you not to launch something now, okay? What am I going to talk about? Don't worry about it. All right. The biggest thing you can do right now is do exactly what the homework says and just choose a platform. For me, I don't want to write something every day, right? That's how Neil Patel got to be such a big guy. He just wrote a blog post every single day, and suddenly he's famous, all right? I can't remember who it was. There was a guy talking to this other guru. I can't remember the names, guys, but I remember the lesson, okay? Is that cool? There was a guy talking to this other guy, and he said, hey, what do I need to do to become rich, right? What do I need to do? And the guy looked at him and he said, if you make a video every single day, you will become wealthy. Right, and it's funny enough. That's exactly what Russell said too, just today in the training. Right, he said, hey, if you dedicate yourself to publishing every single day, right, or at least consistently, and you do it for a year or two, basically all of your money problems disappear. And that's what he said, and it's exactly been the case because you have an audience. Okay, the following is the only thing on the internet that is your actual asset. Let me say that again. Does this make sense? First of all, I'm trying to hit you guys with tons of reasons why this is such a big deal. Okay, you become somebody new. Okay, you become somebody new. There's an event we used to run called the FAT event. Okay, and the FAT event, the Funnel Hackathon event, Funnel Hackathon, FHAT, and I loved that event, and I got my stage legs on that event. Okay. And one of the biggest things that people would struggle with when I would go in and say like, hey, look, you need to start publishing, is they would start saying things like, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna put words in your head. What are the biggest things that freak you guys out about publishing? Here we go. Toss them on in. What about e-commerce? I don't care what you're doing. No content, people judging you, what to say, content nervous, I have to focus, ideas, don't know what to say, super quiet, fear, no audience, shy, time to get done, looking dumb. Okay, good enough, hate the way you talk, consistency, time consuming, getting stressed, right? Yeah, value, looking dumb, my accent starting, success, stumbling on words, don't feel like an expert. Yep, preppers, hate, okay, cool, yep. Cool. Looks, interesting, time, kill myself in front of the audience, wondering who will listen. Okay, so I started my podcast only 2.5 years ago. It's really only been like, it's only been like 2.5 years. I had no following. I had no, it's not that I didn't have an email list. I had no list, right? Nobody, which is crazy. Nobody. My show just passed 200,000 downloads last week. What? Like, that's freaking nuts. Okay. Feeling like a fraud. I ran through that one like crazy. Okay. When I went and I started publishing, guys, I got voted the nicest kid in high school. And it's not because I was nice, like I talked about before. It's because I was shy. Getting on a stage or being in front of people was not something I was naturally inclined to go do. Okay, so number one, I had to start getting on stages more. So I did a lot of that kind of stuff, and I fumbled like crazy. Okay, and what's funny is like, you could go see some of my early videos on YouTube still, and I am not doing anything right now that I was doing then. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was so bad, you guys. I was so bad. Anyway, so I had no following. I was not good on cameras. I was not good on a podcast. I was not good to interview. I was not good to send a link. Just go search. You'll find. Anyway, it's been pretty funny. Pretty funny. What I want you to understand and see and know is this right here. One of the biggest things, a lot of you guys said this as well. One of the biggest things I've noticed that keeps somebody from publishing is they feel like they are not enough of an expert yet to actually be worthy of publishing. And when I say publishing, right, I mean podcast, blog, Facebook Lives, video. I don't care what it is, right? You're just putting crap out there, right? You're just putting stuff out there. And a lot of times I've noticed that people are like, oh no, I'm not good enough yet. You guys want to know the little trick on how to get around that? Works super well, and funny enough, your audience actually likes you even more for it. Yeah. Okay, here it is. Check it out. You are more followable if you start publishing when you're not perceived as the expert yet. Let me just pause for effect on that. You will be more believable and more followable if you start publishing where you are right now. Okay? What would happen if Russell Brunson started publishing for the first time as the CEO of Mago giant worth a lot of money ClickFunnels? What would happen? Okay? Would he be as believable? Would he be as followable? Would he be as prolific even? No, he would not. Okay, it's the same thing as whenever some guru gets on you you've never heard before, right? What happens? YouTube, lots of YouTubers doing this right now, right? On YouTube, he, if you get on there, right, there's a lot of ads from people that people I've never seen before, walking into their crazy fancy houses or standing in front of their crazy fancy cars, and you've never seen them before, and they're saying, "I'm gonna teach you how to get rich. Why don't you come in?" Right? What's your initial reaction to that kind of thing? Number one, are they as believable? Right? And someone just said, "Is this your backstory?" Someone said, "Yes, exactly." Okay, this is part of it. We're going to talk to you guys about how to actually go and publish. That's never going to be, you guys will always know what to say. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit in the future. Right now, I'm just trying to help you guys understand and believe and understand. Okay, I will publish. That's all I'm trying to get you guys to get through today. That's it. That you see the power of that. Okay, it is so incredibly powerful. I'm talking long-term, lifelong, okay, generational assets that you go build when you publish, when you're not an expert, when you can become the expert in front of your audience. That's freaking nuts. That's nuts. Okay, don't wait till you're up here to start publishing. Do it when you're here, when no one knows who you are, and start. Here's the trick. Okay, here's the trick. Document the journey on the way. That's it. And if you're like, hey, so I changed my podcast intro when I left ClickFunnels because I was trying to call my shot. Okay, this is one of the easiest hacks on this thing ever. Okay, I was trying to call my shot. If you go and you're like, hey, you know what? My podcast intro is like, hey, follow me as I make my $1 million funnel, my next $1 million funnel without VC funding or giving up debt completely from scratch, only with today's best sales funnels, right? And that's what if you listen, the reason I'm doing that, I'm not telling you. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm calling my shot. I haven't hit the shot publicly on the show, right? Meaning you don't need to hit the thing that you're going for. Just Babe Ruth it, man. That's where I'm going, right? And then just document the steps along the way. You're publishing the successes. You're publishing the failures. And by doing that, you become so transparent. It will require a level of vulnerability that most of you guys I don't think have experienced before. But funny enough, it also makes you more followable than you've ever been. Okay? And you grow and become the expert in front of the audience, and they celebrate your successes with you rather than, oh, that guy just a greedy guy, right? Oh, that guy's just trying to sell me another thing. They celebrate the successes with you. They celebrate, they're there to console you also with the failures, because you're talking about the failures. They start to live vicariously through you. It's the craziest thing ever, okay? That's like one of the most major, amazing benefits I could ever toss out to you guys about this thing, okay? If there is nothing else, guys, you could literally fail in every single aspect of this funnel game, but be publishing frequently, and you will succeed. Publishing is the safety net to funnel building. Publishing is the safety net for this entire game. Publishing is the safety net to your finances and your wallet and everything else. When you're putting ads out for the first time and you don't know if it's going to work, publishing is the answer on how to not die. Okay, publishing is the answer on how to make sure that your funnels are there. Publishing, does that make sense? I gotta get it through the head. Okay, publishing is not an option. Okay, not publishing is not an option. You have got to get past this. If you're like, oh man, I don't know what to say, just know we're going to talk about that this week. That's like tomorrow's major topic. And it's just exactly what Russell was saying, right? I was listening to his first 60 episodes of Marketing Your Car. The content was good. He was talking, but the delivery wasn't that amazing. Okay, it's the same. And then something happened around episode 60-ish, 60, 70-ish. Suddenly Russell's voice, he found his voice even more. The same thing happened with me when I launched my podcast. I'd already been speaking a lot by that point. I waited too long to start my show, guys. I should not have waited that long. I waited too long. By about episode, guys, it was so funny. I wrote out pretty much every episode because I didn't know what to say, and I didn't have any of the formulas like lodged in my head yet at that time. Okay, so what I did is I would write all the episodes out. I'd write all the episodes out, and I would go in to my show, right, my podcast. And I would go in at like 6 a.m. so I could borrow Russell's mic. Now I have my own. Okay, but I would go in, I'd be like, Oh, what's going on? How you guys doing? So my name's Steve Larsen, and welcome to the show. And I was trying to be passionate. I was like, so today, what we're gonna talk about is right. And it's so funny. You can listen to this. You can hear it. It wasn't until about episode 30ish that I found my voice, and it's something. There's a few things that Russell would tell me he can't teach me. Finding my voice is one of them. I'd be like, dude, that's one of the, I can't teach you that. That only comes with experience. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. And I knew what that meant by that time, but this is one of the first times he would tell me that. He'd be like, Steven, I can't teach you how to become an attractive character, right? There's a few elements on ways to become it, but there's no way to like blueprint the whole thing out without actually just putting your feet in and doing it, okay? And be like, that's one of those things. I'd be like, oh, crap, dang it. So I started podcasting like a freaking animal, and because I wanted to learn the thing. And so around episode 30ish, I found my voice. And I don't know, we haven't really found another way to describe that. You gotta feel it. You gotta experience that. You guys will know what it's like, okay? So anyway, something else happened around episode 80ish. So around 20 to 30ish, I found my voice. Around episode 70 to 80ish, though, something happened. I still haven't quite pinpointed what it was, but I got more polarity. I got more fire. And then I kept going and kept going. Around episode 130, I'm at like 190 now. Okay, around episode 130, this other thing happened. I still don't know what it is, but something else happened. It's like as long as I kind of had an idea about what the topic was going to be about, and I could just get on and riff, and it ended up real good. And I was like, right, you hit boom level, right? Yeah, that's boom, right? That's actually, I think that's real when I started doing that kind of thing. And I got a little bit unapologetic. I was no longer apologetic on my views, and I got even more polarity. And I got more. It's not like I stood up, guys. One of the biggest things you got to go figure out is what you stand for, but then also what you stand against, right? And I think that's probably the easiest way for me to stay there. On episode 70ish, I started figuring out more about some of the things I stood for. About around 130ish, I started getting real vulnerable and open and honest about things I stood against. And what's interesting is that for you to become the attractive character, you have to have those things. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick here, so you guys can see. Just a second. All right, here we go. All right, let me share my screen with you guys real quick. Okay, just these two things here, actually. Okay, right, if you've not read Expert Secrets, you're kidding yourself. Go read that book. Okay, so attractive character rules. These are some of the rules about becoming an attractive character, right? You've got to live the life your audiences wish they could live. I'm not saying we're talking showboatiness, but what I am saying is that you need to figure out, right? You got to figure out how to go and be an example of the dream. Okay? You can do that without showboating. That was my big fear. That's why I'm bringing it up. I was like, man, I don't want to be one of those guys that's like... Anyway. I listen to music as much as I can. I wear shoes as little as I can. I mean... Anyway. I'm kind of a chill guy. Except for when I'm doing stuff with business stuff. In my head, I go to war, okay? And so I try and live the life my audience wishes they could live. All right. Number two, you got to maintain absolute certainty, right? You have got to maintain absolute certainty. It's no longer about being confident. It is about being certain about where you're driving the ship and being open about that, right? Do not be boring is the next one. Understand how to use persuasion. Okay, this is like part of the whole first part of Expert Secrets. Understand how to use persuasion. Like I said, care a lot and care a lot publicly. Offer them value for their perceived relationship. Okay. The reason I'm going through this is because there's a pattern that I've noticed when I'm going through these things with people. This happened quite frequently at the FAT event. We get so, right, who's seen this graph before, right? How to create a mass movement. You guys have all seen this? Yes, I'm assuming. Okay, hopefully. Okay. We all know that in order to create a mass movement, you got to have the attractive character, you got to have the cause, you got to have the new opportunity. Now, the sexy thing, what's the sexiest aspect about this, right? It is the new opportunity. Okay? It's the new opportunity. That meaning that's the people that people usually run to the most. Cause, creating the cause, some of the time that's a lot of check the box kind of things, as far as like having the manifesto and having a few different things in there, and like, right? And anyway, charismatic leader, attractive character tends to be the one I have noticed after looking at literally thousands of people do this now. Attractive character is the one that people usually kind of skip over and go directly to new opportunity with. Okay? Attractive character is not negotiable. It's not a thing that you can go and just kind of try and, okay, I'll become the attractive character. No. It is one of the most key pieces. In fact, if you do that one well, all the others get really easy. If you do that one really, really well, it's so easy to become an attractive character. Have you guys ever noticed or seen people who are they're all selling the exact same thing, but one guy or one lady is outselling everybody else? Right? And you start comparing the people. One person's just a followable individual, and the other people, they're still selling the same thing, but that's the reason why. Okay, the attractive character is such a powerful, powerful tool, and you guys gotta understand this. It's a huge deal for you to become that. So, anyway, let me. I gotta make sure I hit a few of the things here with you guys. Understand that you're gonna have polarity, which means people are gonna love you. They're also gonna hate you. All problems leave when you publish for a year. It's true. All your financial problems. Sweet. Alrighty. Hey guys, that's really what we got for this episode. That's really what we got for today's thing. You get past this whole, okay, this is it, right? Because I was doing the exact same thing. I'll do everything else you guys say. Oh yeah, I'll do it, Steven. And then you're not gonna do it. Guys, commit to publishing. Publishing changed my life. Okay, it did. I'm a really good funnel builder. But honestly, if I was funnel building and not publishing, you still would not know who I am. Okay? It's the truth of it. It's the truth of it. Some of you guys are asking, how do you set up a blog? How do you set up a podcast? Man, I'm not here to answer that. You guys go figure it out. There are freaking YouTube videos all over the place. There's a really great site. Let me go. That4.com. Here we go. Let me just put this in the comments here. Okay, go to that site right there. LMGTFY. Let me Google that for you.com. I'm not here to answer all your questions. Okay? I need to learn how to become self-solvers. To be an entrepreneur is to change every day because the problems change every day. Okay? Your business will grow to the degree that you do. I am not here to answer all your questions. You will have, if I answer all these questions, if I just answer freaking one of them, right, there comes to be this waterfall. Do not become dependent on me. I'm not, right, I'm dependable, but I'm not dependable for you, okay? Go Google it and go figure it out. So, yes, there's fast ways, and yes, I can teach you the ways I did it, and tomorrow I'm going to go through a little bit more, but I need you to understand this principle, okay? This is like side stage right here. I'm not going to answer all your questions. I'm not. We have this thing called the self-solver challenge, literally, and it's one of the things we'll be doing probably a little bit later. You need to be a self-solver. Don't ask me those questions. I'm not going to answer them. All right, I'll make fun of you for it. A little bit more forwardly than I am now. This is your warning, okay? Like, how do you do this? Man, have you freaking Googled it yet? Holy crap! Never has there been a time where there's been so much information readily available all over the freaking internet, but people can't just go freaking Google it. All right? Write down your answers. I'm sorry, your questions. Write them down. Go over to freaking Google or YouTube, and you will learn more than you can in a college classroom. Okay? Stop using the excuse of, I don't know how. I don't know how. That's never, ever, 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 ever a freaking excuse again. We're going to end there. I care about you. I care about you a lot. It's the reason I'm being passionate. It's the reason I'm being forward. Okay? You got to break yourself of that. If you're trying to look for answers for other people, you're not going to find them. There are shortcuts. We're giving them to you right now. That's the purpose of this. Shortcut, become a freaking publisher. Shortcut, learn to become a freaking attractive character. Shortcut, know how to sell. That's why we're doing this. Shortcut to funnel building. Just be good at freaking getting on a podcast. Shortcut, this is the shortcut. I don't know how else to shortcut it. So if you come out and you're like, how do I do this? I'm going to make fun of you. Welcome to the shortcut. You're in it. This one funnel hate challenge is the shortcut to a great funnel. All right? Don't put your success on the shoulders of another individual. Don't put, I don't know how to go do this. Bull crap. You're just lazy. Okay? Or bull crap. You just haven't learned how to go answer your own questions and be confident in the answer that you think you found. Go practice that. use this as a platform for that. All right? No one that I knew physically around me was doing anything like I was doing. I was totally alone. It's the reason why Russell Brunson's pitch for Funnel Hacking Live, with the first one I went to, resonated with me so much, because he said, if you guys haven't noticed, like, it's kind of a lonely game. Like, no one else really knows what you're doing. No, it's kind of hard to explain shortly, right? And condense things. And I was like, yeah, holy crap, I got to get to that event. That's the reason I showed up. Okay? Get used to that. It's okay. We have this community here for a reason. We have this community because we want you guys to go and learn this stuff. But one of the biggest traits, honestly, it's two. The two biggest traits I can teach you from this entire thing, which will make you financially set the remainder of your life, learn to be an attractive character, learn to solve most of the problems on your own that you come up with. Okay? If you're like, hey, this is the obstacle, what did I just go through at the beginning of this? The obstacle is the way, right? But you cannot be dependent on another individual. You cannot. Okay? And if you're like, Steven, I want to go, what's the answer to this? Man, if you have not freaking Googled that yet, how to start a podcast, you could go YouTube that right now, and I guarantee you spend the next 3 months watching tutorials on people who have already answered that question. So do not ask me that question. Okay? Do not ask others that question. There are questions already out there that have been answered and solved 100 freaking times. That's not a good question. There are dumb questions. Whoever said there's no such thing as a stupid question, that person was stupid. Okay? There's such thing as a dumb question. No. There is definitely such thing as a stupid question. Okay? It's the question that people take no thought to try and answer on their own. That's a stupid question. Guys, I appreciate you. You're awesome. I freaking love you. I do. And I want you to know that. And I'm being forward with you because I need you to help set a new precedence for the way you approach problems in your life. I need you to break your own beliefs about what it means to become an attractive character. Do not give that role up to another person. There have been times when things have fallen out from under me. But because I was publishing, all I did was drop a freaking episode. That's it. One episode, bam, picked up, moved to a new thing. And everything was successful from doors open. Because I was publishing. Okay? Because I was publishing. I have built a lot of funnels in my life. Okay? A lot of funnels in my life. And when they start to fail, when things happen that are unexpected, the fact that you're publishing, okay? I look at myself as a content business. Okay? I want all you guys right now, okay? You are no longer just Steven Larsen, write your name. You are no longer just you. You're not. You're a media company. Okay? Content Inc. I haven't read that one yet, but okay. Does this make sense? You are a content company. You are a content company. I need you to understand that. You are the business. And funny enough, leaning into this one lesson will shortcut so much pain. So much pain. Why? Here's the reason why. What does it take to get a funnel up? Well, you got to do some sales copy, right? Got to get videos created, most likely, right? Got to actually go probably design it. Got to build the funnel. Got to figure out what the traffic's going to be. There's a lot of stuff to building a funnel. You know what's interesting? How little Russell is involved in now. That's fascinating to think about. Why can he do that? And really only just go and do the two or three things that are actually that he needs to do. The reason why is because he is the attractive character. This is one of the things you do not outsource in your business. This is one of the things that you learn to become. This is one of the things that you go through the pain and a little bit of discomfort in order to learn. Okay, I need mat time. It's the only thing. This is the only thing that comes with mat time. I'm sorry. This is the only thing you can learn through mat time. There we go. You gotta learn to become the attractive character. Okay, you've got to learn. And Russell's right. I don't know how he would be able to teach me what I'm doing right now. It's hard to formulate what's going on right now, what I'm doing right now. Okay, it's hard to do that. The only way to do that we've found is just by doing it, right? If you guys know how eagles learn to fly. I'm sure some of you guys have heard the story. Eagles learn to fly because mama eagle goes and gets, right? Yeah, pushes them out, literally, right? Mama goes and picks up baby eagle. Baby eagle gets soaring really, really high, and then mama just drops it. Seriously, this is how baby eagles learn to fly. They just drop the baby really high, and the thing's just falling, flipping through the air. I don't know if that's how eagles scream, but I'm going to act like, then they're falling all the way down. right? And then they swoop on down, and so they don't actually fall. And it's by doing that over and over and over and over and over that the baby learns to fly. Guys, learning to become the attractive character, being okay with publishing is the exact same way. So my advice to you would be to choose a platform that is easy for you to do. I chose podcasting because I like doing it, and I didn't want to get on video a lot, and I didn't want to write a whole bunch. But podcasting, yeah, right. That's how I learned, and I fell. I fell that way a lot. Okay. Anyway, fun stuff. I dedicated myself to publishing 1 to 2 times a week. Okay, and if you want to go speed it up, you certainly can as well. That's awesome. And it was by doing that I actually went and learned how to do it. Okay, don't get stuck in the details. Don't get stuck in minutia. Okay. Especially when it becomes an excuse for not taking action. Most questions you have about doing this, you'll learn, are completely irrelevant once you start doing it. And most questions you have, you'll find, they don't matter for you to actually do the thing. And you'll find that most questions you have, and the minutia, you'll find is actually a distraction. And you're trying to get distracted by saying, well, I'm not ready yet. Garbage. Garbage. You all can do it right now. There's nothing stopping you from right after this. Here's the dare. Just as soon as this is over, go to Facebook Live. You turn that phone sideways and just press the live button and say, what's up, world? Be like, hey, what's up? All you're going to do is say, oh, what's up? Here's what I'm doing today. Hope you guys are doing great. Hey, could you just let me know where you're all from? Just trying to get to know you guys a little bit more. Man, just do it straight off your own Facebook profile page. It doesn't matter. Who cares? It doesn't need to be all businessy or professional. My belief for a long time was that I needed to have a briefcase in order to be successful in this game. Literally. Stupid, but right? I told you that. I was like, man, I'm not even a professional. I'm not a professional guy. There's no way anyone's going to follow me. Oh my gosh. It's the fact that I'm not. The people like to follow me. Okay? Isn't that interesting? That's the biggest thing I've learned as I've moved forward on this, is that the things that I thought were holding me back, and this is another obstacles the way moment, all the little weird quirks about myself. Oh crap, we haven't done it yet. It's Monday. Okay, here we go. All the weird quirks about myself are the reasons people follow me. Stop trying to fit in someone else's shoes or someone else's definition of what it means to become a followable or attractive character or professional. Okay, instead I started leaning into my weirdness. So this was it. Every Monday, right, I get on Instagram and I get super stoked. I love Mondays. Mondays are awesome. It's the start of a new week. I hate Fridays. Fridays drive me nuts, okay? And so I get on every single Monday, and this is what I do. So I'm just going to do this with you guys real quick so you can see. Whatever your weirdness is, whatever your little quirks are, whatever it is that you don't want to be, whatever that closet behavior is that you think is just super weird, like, I would never do that on stage. That's what you should probably be doing on stage, okay? And it will make you so attractive to follow. Okay, check this out. Okay, wait. So I'm going to do it. So which means at the beginning of each one of these, I always play a little music, and a little intro. Okay, I'm going to, here we go. This is important, right? This has been culture building. Whatever that weird thing is that you got, whatever this weird thing is, that's what you need to go follow. That's what you need to lean into. And funny enough, they become superpowers. Because so many people are desperately comparing themselves to mediocre standards. They are. They are. People are walking around, they're going like, well, that's not what it means to be a professional. You don't even wear a suit and tie. Stephen, where are your shoes? Why do you listen to music all the time? Right? It's so dumb. Right? You just go do the opposite, everybody, and you're going to get real followable because you're going to stand out really, really, really easy. Okay, wait, here we go. The first one I was... All right, there's the first one. Here we go. Now it's time for Monday. Wow! Yeah! It's Monday, baby! Wow! Get some! I love Mondays! Go get them! Wow! You better crush that week! Wow! And that's what I do every single Monday in front of my audience. And it's become a thing. And they do it back, okay? I don't want you to think that you are not ready to become an attractive character. Stop thinking that means you need to be this polished individual. It's not true. Okay? Whatever it is that's weird about you, whatever it is that's this weird little quirk, whatever it is, guys, that's how you become an attractive character. Character. I'm a character. It's the emphasis on character. Okay? So go figure this out. Go figure out whatever that is. And the first step is just to get used to the idea that you need to be publishing. It will change your life. And you just start publishing whatever it is every single daily or whatever. I don't care. Consistency on platform and consistency on timing going out. That is what makes you an attractive character. And you will notice as you do it, right? Stop looking at the freaking clock. Just, right? Look away from the clock, and pretty soon you're going to look up in like 6 months and be like, look what I've become. Wow. And business will become the best personal development course you've ever taken in your life. Okay? And it's fascinating. Fascinating. When you start realizing the power that you're hearing right now, and when you actually go do it, you will change. You will actually be empowered along the way to change other people's lives, to deliver your message to the market, to actually put your products out there, right? To actually affect individuals. You are not actually good enough to do that right now in your attractive character, right? A lot of your products, if you're already selling stuff, you're awesome. You are. That's great. That's great. But you yourself, the attractive character, you're not qualified to even deliver your thing to the market yet. Prove the fact that you are by becoming an attractive character. Easiest way to do that? Start publishing. Start publishing. Easiest thing. Just do it. Guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Please take this week seriously. This is like the linchpin, right? This is the one that if you just do this one, okay, everything else becomes way easier. The safety net, way easier, right? Publishing becomes the safety net for the entire game. It becomes transferable regardless of product, regardless of business that you're doing, because it is you, right? And it is your asset, right? The business and you are separate things, okay? The funnel and you are separate things, but you have got to learn the separation between those two. Publishing is an investment in yourself and your future. Guys, thanks so much. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I really appreciate it. We got some cool review things coming out here soon where we can drop out to you guys, say like, hey, if you guys did like this, the biggest way you can pay me, it's only $100 for this, we're not getting cash on this, right? And we pushed it back out. We're doing this for free for you guys because we want you guys to go get. So the biggest way you can pay me and pay ClickFunnels, please go and leave a review. And hopefully we'll drop the link to that here in a moment. But go leave a review for this, and please drop in the most powerful thing, the most prolific thing that you guys. Oh, sweet, OFAReview.com, OFAReview.com, OneFunnelAwayReview.com, OFAReview.com, and go review. Frankly, honestly, brutally honestly, how you think this is actually going, and if it's been affecting the way you actually play the game. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.